Welcome to the deep dive. It feels like every single day there's some new AI thing popping up.
It really does. Almost impossible to keep track of everything.
Exactly, and honestly, it's getting hard to keep up. So, our mission today really is to cut through all that noise.
Yeah, filter it down.
We want to pull out the most important bits, the insights from what's been, well, people on X are calling it a wild AI week.
I saw that hashtag AI advancement. It's been buzzing.
It really has. So we're aiming to give you a shortcut, basically. Get you informed, add some crucial context you might have missed.
Sounds good. A lot happened just on the 18th alone.
Right. June 18th, 2025 felt like a floodgate opened. We've got four really fresh developments to unpack.
Okay, what are we looking at?
So first, OpenAI's ChatGPT getting into GitHub, then Meta's new Locate 3D for robotics.
Yes, the robotics angle.
Then Tencent, they've open-sourced a video generation model, HunyuanCustom.
Interesting. From Tencent.
And finally, Microsoft's got a new AI tool called Pages, supposedly to fight writer's block.
Writer's block.
hmm
Definitely something AI could potentially help with.
Let's jump straight into that first one then, the ChatGPT and GitHub integration. This feels like a really big step for developers.
Oh, absolutely. The idea that ChatGPT can now read GitHub repos, analyze code.
It understands the projects, helps with collaboration. I mean, it's like having a coding partner just there, on demand.
That's a good way to put it. And the potential efficiency gain is massive.
For anyone in software development, this must sound amazing, just streamlining everything.
It really could. What's fascinating here, I think, is just how much it could speed things up, debugging assistance instantly.
Yeah, or getting insights into a complex project quickly.
Exactly. Things that normally take hours, maybe days of digging through code. It's definitely a strategic play by OpenAI, too.
How so? Strengthening their tools?
Yeah, cementing their place in the developer tool ecosystem, which is, incredibly competitive right now.
Makes sense. But
Yep.
does this raise any red flags?
Well, yes. This raises an important question, doesn't it? What about data privacy, code ownership?
If it's reading potentially private or proprietary code on GitHub.
Precisely. And if the AI suggests changes or helps write new code based on that analysis,
Yeah.
who owns that?
That's a messy legal area, I bet. Especially with open source mixed with commercial code.
It's a real minefield. Are companies even ready for this? How do you define IP when AI is contributing?
Are there frameworks emerging for this yet? Or is it just the Wild West still?
It's still very much uncharted territory, I'd say. The tech is moving so much faster than the legal or ethical guidelines.
That seems to be a recurring theme with AI development, doesn't it?
Unfortunately, yes, it's a constant challenge.
Okay, so AI as a coding partner. Powerful stuff. Let's shift gears. You mentioned robotics earlier. Meta's Locate 3D.
Right. Meta's been quite active in AI recently, and this fits into their push towards, well, embodied AI, robots that exist and act in the physical world.
So Locate 3D, it's about helping robots understand where they are, like giving them better eyes.
Kind of. It's about enhancing their spatial awareness. Think of it like giving robots a much sharper sense of space, especially in complex dynamic environments.
Like my messy living room.
Yeah.
Or a busy warehouse.
Exactly those kinds of places.
Huh.
Where things move, change. Obstacles appear. Robots need precision to navigate that effectively.
So this improves their navigation, helps them avoid bumping into the furniture or, people.
That's the core goal. Make them more reliable, more adaptable in real-world settings. It connects to the bigger picture of making robots truly useful outside of controlled factory floors.
What are the main hurdles, though? Is the tech ready for, say, my house?
Well, that's the important question, isn't it? Real-world testing is key. A lab demo is one thing.
But every home, every warehouse is different.
Exactly. The variability is immense. So the challenge is making Locate 3D robust enough, ensuring it integrates smoothly with all sorts of different robots and systems. It needs tons of data, tons of testing.
So promising, but still needs work to become widespread.
Definitely. It's a significant engineering challenge, but a necessary step if we want truly autonomous robots interacting safely in our spaces.
Fascinating. Okay, so I've got code help, robot navigation. What about the creative side? You mentioned Tencent.
Yes, HunyuanCustom. This is Tencent entering the AI video generation space, and significantly, they've made it open source.
Open source, wow. So anyone can potentially use it?
That's the idea. It allows for highly customizable video content creation. What's fascinating here is how it could democratize video production.
Meaning smaller creators individuals could use powerful tools that were maybe only available to big studios before?
Precisely. It lowers the barrier to entry significantly. And it's also, a challenge to the Western companies that have largely dominated this space so far.
Like a creative video studio in your hands, almost.
Something like that. More accessible anyway.
But open source often comes with questions, doesn't it? Ethics, misuse.
Absolutely. That's the important question this raises. An open, powerful video generation tool. The potential for misuse, for deepfakes, misinformation. It's significant.
Especially if it's easily accessible. How do you even monitor that?
That's the ongoing debate. How do you balance accessibility and innovation with safety and ethical considerations? It's a huge challenge, particularly for open source models.
And for platforms trying to manage the content generated?
Exactly. The sheer volume could be overwhelming, let alone moderating it effectively. But it definitely signals Tencent's growing ambitions in AI.
Okay. From complex code to robot eyes to video creation. Let's tackle something maybe more universally relatable. Writer's block.
Ah, the blank page stare. We've all been there.
We really have. Microsoft apparently thinks AI can help. They've launched Pages. What is this exactly?
So Pages is an AI tool designed specifically to, combat writer's block. It integrates into Microsoft's software suite.
Like Word or...
Presumably, yes.
Yeah.
Within their ecosystem.
Yeah.
And it provides real-time writing suggestions.
What kind of writing? Just emails or...
It seems aimed at a range. Documents, reports, maybe even creative projects.
Yeah.
The idea is to give you that nudge, those prompts, to get you started or keep you going, like a writing coach at your fingertips.
Okay, I can see that being useful. Why does this matter in the bigger picture of AI tools?
Well, from a productivity standpoint, it can be quite significant. Think about how much time is lost just staring at the screen.
Guilty as charged.
Right. So if Pages can genuinely enhance writing efficiency, help people draft things faster, that's a tangible benefit. There's another step in Microsoft embedding AI everywhere.
But here's the question I always have with these writing tools. Does it kill creativity? Does everything start sounding the same?
That is the crucial balancing act, isn't it?
Yeah.
It raises an important question about originality. Its effectiveness will likely vary a lot depending on the user and the task.
For a technical report, maybe great. For a novel.
Perhaps less so, or at least it requires a different approach. If you rely too heavily on its suggestions for highly creative or stylized work, yes, you risk losing your unique voice. It might become a bit generic.
So it's a tool, not a replacement for the writer's own thought process.
Ideally, yes. Its appeal might be limited for those who really prize originality above all else. It depends on user input, after all, but it definitely shows Microsoft's continued AI momentum.
Okay, so pulling this all together, ChatGPT reading code, Meta giving robots better spatial sense, Tencent opening up video creation, Microsoft tackling writer's block.
Yeah,
Wow.
it really is.
No wonder hashtag AI advancement was trending. You can see why people on X were calling it a wild AI week. The excitement is pretty clear.
Absolutely. And these 4 examples, all landing around the same time, just showcase the sheer breadth of AI's evolution right now. It's not just one narrow field.
It's touching everything. Software development, robotics, media, basic productivity.
Exactly. And moving quickly from labs to actual tools, some even open source. The overall sentiment online seems mostly positive. Lots of excitement about new possibilities, new use cases being shared.
But those underlying questions we talked about are still there too, right?
Oh, definitely. Amidst the excitement, you also see those practical hurdles and ethical concerns being flagged, the IP issues, the real-world deployment challenges, the potential for misuse, the impact on creativity. It's a mix.
So to recap quickly, we saw ChatGPT get into GitHub, Meta launch, Locate 3D, Tencent release HunyuanCustom, and Microsoft introduce Pages. The speed is just undeniable.
It feels like it's accelerating, if anything.
It really does. Which leads to a final thought, something for you listening to maybe chew on. Given this incredible pace, this constant stream of new tools, with both huge potential and, well, real practical challenges.
And ethical questions.
And ethical questions, yes. What does all this innovation actually mean for your work, your creativity, your daily life? Not in 10 years, but like next year or even sooner.
How do you see yourself using these tools? Or maybe choosing not to use them?
Right. How do you see that balance shifting between what we do as humans, our ingenuity, and what AI can assist with? It's something we're all going to be figuring out.
Whether we actively think about it or not. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's happening.